President John, you're in the saddle now, man, and you are the right guy. I am so proud and pleased and wish you everything. And boy, I tell you what, there's nothing like standing in front of a bunch of friends like this is tonight. General Mike back there, I said, you know, Mike, I really don't know what this is all about tonight. He said, well, there ain't much to it because Nancy got it last year. I said, of all the things in the world you could say, that is so perfect. You talk, if there was any wind in the sails, it just went out. In 1954, I was walking duty in Korea around a compound. I got a gun on my shoulder and a pot on my head. And I go by some windows in a shack next to those barbed wire fences. And I heard what I thought was Korean kids speaking some English. I stopped twice. Finally, I stopped and I said, "Yabaseo," hello. And the shutters went open and these two young teenage boys' faces appeared. They said, "Hello, GI." I said, "I cannot speak to you now, but I will meet you 12 o'clock noon at the gate of the compound tomorrow." They started coming. I started meeting with them. They were interested in conversational English. I brought them into the movies. As time went on, the colonel found out I was meeting with these two young men, and we have 50 Korean soldiers, Katusas, attached to us. And the colonel says, "You're going to Daegu for 2 weeks training to come back and teach these soldiers English." Yes, sir. And I involved these two young men in those meetings with these Koreans. Chungji, halt. You learn that very early. The story goes on as my mother and her church circle found out what I was doing with these young men, and she said, "Close." After all their houses had been burned to the ground, they had very little, nothing. They were living in tents, 20 people in a 16 by 20-foot tent. You can't imagine the poverty that existed. But these two young men graduated from high school. I went to their graduation. Fast forward to the day. One of those men has immigrated to the United States, and I'm still in touch with him. He's a very wealthy realtor. The other one is president of his university, and we had the pleasure just 2 years ago of visiting him. And we had a alumni meeting at the Hilton Hotel. We invited 70 FSU graduates. 12 of them came to dinner and cocktails. 2 of them were presidents of their universities in their own self. Unbelievable. And you all probably don't know that Bob Morgan from Florida State University helped develop the K through 12 program in the Republic of Korea. And my dream, President John, is to help establish a Florida State University in Korea. I'll work with you. God bless y'all. Thank you.